Hello and welcome to Liverpool Report. This is your home for all the latest Liverpool news, match updates, transfer stories, and in-depth analysis. Stay connected and never miss a moment. Subscribe now to stay ahead with everything happening at Anfield. On a night of nerve-shredding tension, Liverpool's luck finally ran out. Paris Saint-Germain had to make history at Anfield to reach the quarter-finals as they broke Liverpool hearts to go through on a penalty shootout. Darwin Nunez was left devastated. He sank to his haunches after missing his spot kick as the whole stadium looked on through their fingers. Curtisjones also missed as PSG were perfect with their penalties and then celebrated wildly in front of their travelling after a Champions League classic. PSG keeper Gianluigi Donnarumma, Italy's hero of their shootout win over England at the Euros at Wembley in 2021, produced the two magnificent saves to deny Nunez and Jones. It was heartbreaking for Liverpool but glory for PSG as they were magnificent on the night to beat the odds to leave the home fans stunned. Incredibly, this was the first time in 40 occasions that Liverpool have won the away leg of a European tie and not gone through. That is some record, but is tribute to Liverpool's European pedigree, even if the six-time European champions saw their run end at the last 16 stage this time. And you have to wonder at what cost ahead of Sunday's Carabao Cup final, because by the end, so many players were nursing cramp and weary legs. Liverpool gave everything, and after a remarkable and brilliant season, you do begin to wonder if everything just caught up with them this time. It was 120 minutes of intense, pulsating Champions League drama, in which every Liverpool player gave everything, but it was not quite enough. Furthermore, Trent Alexander-Arnold hobbled off injured, and he must be a major concern ahead of Wembley. Ibrahima Konate also limped off, and must be another worry. PSG levelled the tie on aggregate through Ousmane Dembele's 12th-minute goal, and the French champions were so dangerous in the first half. But for the second week running, their finishing was wasteful. Liverpool found another gear in the second half as their determination, desire, and will to win made them look like the more likely winners in a topsy-turvy tie. In extra time, PSG were the better side and could have won it, but it went the whole way to the drama of a shootout. PSG scored their penalties through Vitinha, Goncalo Ramos, Dembele, and then Doe converted the winning spot kick. Incredibly, only Mo Salah converted for Liverpool while Nunez and Jones missed. But really, this was a night when it felt as if Liverpool's remarkable season caught up with them. They started brilliantly, and Salah had early chances, but then PSG produced a sensational performance for the second week, and unlike last week, this time they got their just rewards. Nuno Mendes played a brilliant ball out of defence. Dembele fed Bradley Barcola, and his cross caused a horrible mix-up in the Liverpool box. Konate tried to clear. Liverpool keeper Alisson Becker was wrong-footed, and it was on a plate for Dembele for the easiest tap-in he will ever score. Liverpool produced a smash-and-grab win last week through Alisson's heroics and Harvey-Elliott's late winner, but this time their defence was undone by an error. Liverpool were pushing forward, but left gaping holes as PSG were so dangerous on the counter-attack, but Kvicha Kvaratskhelia, Dembele and Barcola could not take their chances. Luis Diaz and Jarell Quansah nearly went close in the second half, but PSG had big chances in extra time. But Lucas Beraldo, Doe and Dembele could not take advantage. It was then left to the drama and heartbreak of penalties to end Liverpool's European dream. Arneslot said Liverpool played the game of their lives but still crashed out of the Champions League. Liverpool duo Darwin Nunez and Curtisjones both had their penalties saved by PSG hero keeper Gianluigi Donnarumma in the shootout. It finished in heartbreak for Liverpool, but Slot insisted it was rough luck on his players because they delivered a brilliant performance in a European thriller. Liverpool boss Slot said it was the best game of football I've ever been involved in. I don't have the managerial experience of Liverpool, but it was an incredible performance, and I don't think we deserved to lose in 90 minutes. Of course, it was a shock, but if you have to go out, then go out to one of the best teams in the world. I hope every fan around the world was hoping the game would go on and on. It is very bad luck to finish top of the Champions League table and then face Paris Saint-Germain. Liverpool duo Ibrahima Konate and Trent Alexander-Arnold both limped out injured, and Slot is concerned ahead of the Carabao Cup final on Sunday. Slot added Ibrahima had to come out, but I think that was tiredness, but it did not look good for Trent. We will have to see now. Liverpool captain Virgil van Dijk said it was a very intense, great game of football, I think, to be part of it as well. It was totally there for Liverpool and what we showed in Paris, and unfortunately we're out on penalties, and that is the reality. I think in the first half we created dangerous moments, and they have the quality as well, and then it comes down to penalties. It's part of football, I said to the guys. Obviously, you can be disappointed because we're out of the competition, but chin up and get ready for the next challenge, a beautiful one on the weekend. I think we were pretty good today as well, and you want to go as far as possible, but we knew when we drew PSG it was going to be very difficult. We saw in Paris when we struggled, but we won. And today we saw a very good Liverpool side, but we're out of the competition. Today, from the first second and then extra time, when fatigue kicks in for both sides, it becomes more open, but especially regular time. We showed a very good game. We can speak about the game for ages, but we're out of the competition. That is the reality. Virgil van Dijk has called upon Darwin Nunez and his Liverpool teammates to keep their chins up after crashing out of the Champions League. Darwin Núñez and curtisjones saw their penalties saved by Gianluigi Donnarumma at Anfield, allowing Desire Doué the opportunity to send Paris Saint-Germain through to the competition's quarter-final stage. Ousmane Dembele's goal had earlier put the French side back on level terms, despite an improved performance from the Reds in the second leg. But Van Dijk's attention is quickly turning to Liverpool's next opportunity to find success. A first trophy of Arne Slot's time in charge of the side awaits if they can overcome Newcastle United in the Carabao Cup final. Liverpool's captain wants his team to create a beautiful weekend by finding success at Wembley to help overcome the disappointment they suffered on Tuesday night. "It's part of football," he commented after the game. I said to the guys, "You can be disappointed because we are out of the competition, but chin up. Now we get ready for the next challenge at the weekend, which is a beautiful one. I think we were pretty good today as well, and you want to go as far as possible, but we knew when we drew PSG it was going to be very difficult. We saw in Paris when we struggled, but we won, and today we saw a very good Liverpool side, but we're out of the competition. Today, from the first second and then extra time, when fatigue kicks in for both sides, it becomes more open, but especially regular time, we showed a very good game. We can speak about the game for ages, but we're out of the competition. That is the reality." PSG boss Luis Enrique credited Liverpool's performance, but reserved extra praise for his goalkeeper, Donnarumma. "Both of the teams deserve to go to the next phase," he said. "They play better than us here, but I think my team at Anfield, in a special stadium, showed great personality and character. We tried to play our best, but it was difficult as they're so intense. Both teams deserve to qualify. The character and personality, even when we shoot at the penalty shootout, they showed great character. I think it shows clearly the team we are." When the draw told us about the match against Liverpool and PSG, both managers thought the same. One of the best matches you can watch in Europe. I think both teams were great. It is not about consistency. You have to be great in specific moments. We suffered a lot in Paris, but football is in that way. Unfair at times. Today we were lucky. They hit the post a few times. Gianluigi Donnarumma was like Alisson in the first match. We are happy and confident to go to the next phase.